Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another AFR broadcast. Thank you for joining us. We are here today for round 14 of the Tier 1 AFR Championship here at the Temple of Speed in Monza. As usual, I am Kunai Zero, and with me tonight is Psycho.
Good evening, guys.
Alright, so just waiting on some of the drivers to finalise their stuff, and we'll be able to kick off qualifying. Just a couple of housekeeping things. One, of course, we do have a Facebook page, which you can find at Aussie Formula Racing. But we also have a Twitter page now run by one of our members, Zudix. So if you could go and follow us, that would be a massive help. We are at, at AFR AUSNZ. Go and give us a follow. And you can use that, or the Twitter most likely. That'll probably be the more active one. You can use that to keep up to date with everything that is AFR. Also, you can like, subscribe, all the content on YouTube, things like that. All of that helps. And for all of you who have done so, thank you once again. All right, let's get into the meat and veg of all of it. We'll start with a recap of last week. Now, if we're at round 14 this week, that means last week was 13 at Spa. Revo took out the win in that one, got himself another 25 points. Mikau came out in second. Unfortunate for Seb, he had some issues there, ended up finishing 9th. A bit rough. Potsy with massive disconnection issues. He ended up 14th. So in terms of the lead, I mean, Revo's still way ahead. That's no surprise. But now the gap between Mikau and Seb is a lot bigger. 188 to 172. So what are your thoughts, Psycho? Moving forward here at Monza, what are you expecting to see?
Oh, yeah, it's a bit of a big gap there. But just looking at the practice sessions, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting race. We had some really close times in practice. Revo blew everyone out of the water, of course. He actually currently has the 7th fastest time in time trial around this track in the world, which is just absolutely phenomenal. But a couple of interesting strategies as well during qualifying that I noticed. A couple of guys not opting for the soft medium, a couple of guys going soft medium. So I think we'll have an interesting race.
Soft medium, opting for the two-stop strategy. I wonder. So obviously with the two-stop, it means you can punish the tyres, go full out for longer. And Monza is all about speed, but would the pit stop time be worth... I don't know.
It's a tough one. I saw a couple of guys try it in practice sessions this week. Whether or not they'll do it in the race, I'm not certain. But it's understandable, because if you do go soft to mediums, by the end of the race, those medium tyres are barely hanging on.
Okay, well, we'll have to keep an eye and see what our Tier 1 drivers decide to do. We should have... I think we're off a full grid by 1. I believe we have 19 drivers in tonight's session. So at Monza, that's going to be brilliant, as we have turn 1 shenanigans. Hopefully everybody keeps off of each other, but it's Monza. You never know.
Good evening, Zudix. Glad you could join us.
Yes, indeed. That, of course, the gatekeeper, the admin of the Twitter channel. Alright, so we shouldn't be too far off, just waiting on a couple of guys to connect. Should be able to switch over. We'll have 18
I'm hoping
minutes.
for a dry race.
Well, I will find out in a second. I'm sure my weatherman will get to me at some point. Alright, let's switch over now. Get everything set up. You can hear a couple of cars already revving their engines, getting ready to...
So Renault out very quickly.
So, counting down from 18 minutes, these guys will have, as such, to set their fastest times. to, of course, give them track position. And track position is something we definitely want here at Monza. Having said that, it is, of course, the DRS train capital of the Formula One calendar. So, strategy there. Depending on how you want to do it. Let's see, I believe Revo's already, he is the furthest one on track. In practice, I think I was seeing him pull off a 118.
Yeah, he was
118s?
low 118s.
Yeah. Blistering pace. See him coming through sector 3 now. Ascari chicane.
That's the one that usually ends up killing me.
The thing I like about Monza is, right, it's shaped like a racing boot. I don't know if that's...
I never noticed that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's on purpose, but well played, whoever designed this track. All right, here we are on board with the Renault, number 34. He makes his way for a flying lap, hard on the brakes as you come up to the first chicane. Trying to avoid those lockups. His tyres are a precious commodity here. And he ends up make your way through that first arc. Be a sono curve. Hard on the brakes as you make your way to the second chicane. Up through the gears again into Lesmos. First and second. Second one being a little bit tighter. Using the inside green line. I'll give you the best exit now. The back straight. DRS, 8th gear. At 345 as they hit the brakes into Ascari. Make sure you use all the track given to you. The car can get a little bit unstable, as you saw just there. It rocks back and forth, but as long as you keep smooth input on the wheel, you'll be able to make it around no problem. Punch back, second back straight, as we make our way into the Parabolica. A massive, long curve, the quickest line of which is to hug this inside wall, as Revo's first lap is a 118.9.
That's very quick.
That's very quick. Gus Rawls comes across there, 120.0. Major Payne with the same. Apollo, 120.7. Greeny, Gus's teammate, 119.9. Van Camp, the other Renault, 120.3. Geordie in the Alpha, 119.9. Who, by the way, used to be a controller player, is now driving on a wheel, as far as I'm aware, and is still...
No, he chickened out. He's back on the controller. Yep.
No. Unforgivable.
He chickened out today.
Oh, we've got a car in the wall. And
Seb.
that's Seb. Oh, okay. I saw the yellow flag ping.
Is that Mikau as well?
Mikau is definitely out. Let's have a look. On that map. Well, hold on. Mikau's out, but he's in the pits.
I don't know what happened there. Yes, Red Panda, the DRS train is indeed going to be absolutely ballistic. I think the midfield battle is going to be brilliant. I don't know if those two are involved in the same incident.
Well, Mikau's in the garage. So, I mean, I don't know. But they are out without setting a lap time. That's a new one. That's a new one. So, the two guys who are usually just behind Revo will now be, I guess by default, starting from the back.
That takes a lot of pressure off Revo. Potsy will be cheering.
That's an interesting one. Alright, so on here with combined, it was midway through, near the end of his flying lap. Down that second back straight. There's the thing about the Parabolica, it wants to push you. It uses those G-forces to push you off to the side of the track. And you can abuse a lot of those limits, but you can't go too far on the green, otherwise it'll ping you for it. So combined sets a 121.179. On the medium compound, however, 2 cars who have done so. Combined and Lotus, both 14th and 15th respectively. See Matzoid coasting back to the pit lane. Here we go. Geordie's sitting on his outlap. We'll stay on board with him. See if he can improve on that 119.9.
It's already a pretty quick time.
So I've been told that it will be a dry race, but it may rain toward the end of qualifying.
Okay.
Which would be interesting, yeah. That would be very interesting to see. But I don't think that's going to be a problem, because when it says towards the end, I would assume we're talking maybe 4 or 3 minutes before the end. By then everyone would have done their lap. You won't be able to do your last flying lap, of course, so that you won't get full benefit of the track being rubbered in, but you'll live. Alright, so here comes Geordie. So he prepares for his flying lap. Revo on another one as well. So we'll keep an eye on those deltas and see if he improves. So on board with the Alpha. Let's see, what can Geordie do? Already set a 119.9. Will it improve? We're about to find out. There is traffic. Just got to make sure. That's his teammate, actually, Shrimp. Down through the gears into second. Use of the curbs. Another thing to note too, have a look at the ERS usage. It's not set and forget. He's using it the way you should be. Overtake on the high gears, hot lap into the corners. Hot lap, of course, improved power delivery, but overtake used sustained power delivery over the higher gears, which means more speed. But he set it to 0 now, so that's a bin, I'm assuming. He's driving like it's still... he's reserving. That makes sense, so he'll go out on another. So Revo coming around, he'll cross the line now. 118.496, man.
That's phenomenally quick.
That is really quick. That is really quick. Let's jump on board.
I'm actually a bit surprised we haven't seen any teamwork yet, really. I haven't seen anybody give anybody else a tow.
Might come later. I would have thought the Renaults would have done it, but they have not. Ball with Major Pay now as he goes to set the flying lap. Currently 120.013, puts him in 6th place. Monza being the track that it is, a lot of these cars, or the majority of these cars, I would assume would be running very, very low downforce setups, which is what gives you all of those speed on the straights. But then the beauty about Monza is they throw in 3 chicanes just to keep you on your toes.
That first chicane is an absolute killer.
Especially when everyone's on semi-cold tyres. Major Pain pulling into the pits. Super pit assist there. Air brakes on the car. Back up to Geordie. Let's see, will he set another fastest lap? No. I saw that sector time and it was much higher up. Let's have a look at some of these updated times. T-Mac coming up with a 119.2 in the Williams. It's Flyboy, 3rd, 119.5. Jacob Meister and the other Williams, a 119.7. Really a good showing for those guys. Matzoid, 119.779 in 5th.
That midfield is so close time-wise.
It is. Look at that. From 2nd to 9th are all within the 2nd. Actually,
That's awesome.
sorry. From 2nd to 12th. As Matzoid just set his fastest lap of the session of 1:19.2. Let's put him in the 2nd. Oh, hello, Hellboy86. Yes, some F1 action. Yes, unfortunately, of course. No, we can't watch real F1 action. Or at least not, current F1 action. So, we turn to the sim world for the next best thing. Flybot. I'm assuming he meant to say Flyboy. Flyboy personal best is an 18.8. 18.8. Yeah, right. Where's that? Come on, Racing Point. Let's go.
That's very quick.
So no real shifts as of yet. Revo still in the lead, surprising nobody. Let's have a look on board with Smitty. He's finishing up his outlap. Currently sitting 14th. It was on the medium tyre, 120.8 now. Currently on the soft tyre, so a gain will be inevitable, but by how much? To the Parabolica.
Revo just set a fastest second one.
Here we are with Toro Rosso, or Alpha Tauri, as they'll be known from this season onwards. Very, very quick to go up through all those gears. Reach 8th gear at Monza very, very quickly. Then, of course, just as quickly you have to come all the way back down just to make these turns. Let's have a look at this. Alright, it's looking pretty good so far. And the inside curve nicely into the DRS section. Oh my god, he just set a 118. Revo says a 118.050.
If he had a toe, he could get that well into the 117s.
That's so ridiculous. Well, it's safe to say that nobody's touching him.
No.
Let's see, Smitty now coming around the Curva Parabolica. Can he maintain this pace on the 117s? He's looking to beat a 120. 119.8 beats his time by about a second. Shoots him all the way to 8th place.
Combined coming in hot at a 119.5 on the soft tyres. He set his first lap on the mediums.
Jump to 6th there. So first, second, third still unchanged. Revo solidifying that pole. Matzoid still on second, 119.2. T-Mac 119.28. Gus Rules in fourth there, 119.3. Flyboy currently on an outlap. Been notified his personal best is in the 18s, so I fully expect him to do that. Now, keep note, we have 3 minutes left in this session. It is getting overcast, and I was told there might be some rain to finish off this qualifying session. I doubt it will really have an effect, but the threat is there.
I'm a bit
Flyboy starts to climb that.
for Heat, because he hasn't set a time yet if it's going to rain, so he's going to want to get out there as soon as he can.
Oh, Wahid's still in the pits, yes. So 7 Mikau, of course, DNF'd earlier. Wahid still in the pits. Yeah, he'll have to jump out.
He just came out now.
Okay, fair enough. So we'll see a lap from the Mercedes soon enough. As we are on board with Flyboy as he makes his way now. Flyboy improving his sector 1 by 1/1000th of a second. Hey, progress is progress. Let's see if we can hold it together for the rest of this lap. Fastest section of the course. 345 before they have to hit that brake. Maximizing the line through here. It's not bad. Let's see, Flyboy, where have we got? Ooh, 119.1, so that will take away second place from T-Mac, who just beat Matoid by 9 thousandths and then got absolutely slapped down by the Pink Panther.
That's got to sting.
So that is a really good shift there. Flyboy now second. T-Mac and Matoid forced one down each. Well, Matoid forced two down, actually. There's Nut retires from the session, so 120.19, currently 13th there. Let's jump on board with Wahid, who is, of course, yet to set a lap. He's coming around the parabolic now, slowing up to make sure that they're... Oh, hold on a minute. Matoid, 5 group plays penalty for collision with Jacob Meister. Ooh. So that's going to hurt him pretty bad. That's going to shoot him all the way down to 9th place.
That is terrible. I wonder what happened there.
So 15 seconds left in the qualifying session. These guys, whoever has crossed the line, once that timer runs out, will be able to finish that lap. You can see the yellow flags there, and we've got a Williams off to the side. That's T-Mac, so he's pulling over to make sure he doesn't impede anybody. Good sportsmanship. Red Panda. The Renaults are towing by the looks of it. Yes, based on what I can see on that mini-map, I would assume you are correct. So once we see Wahid cross this line, we'll have a look as to who's benefiting from it. Ooh, the wheel did kick into the grass there for Wahid. I'm not sure how much that's going to cut in. Flyboy retires. He's happy with his 119.1.
Ben Kemp's getting the toe.
Around the final curve, his teammate sitting 120.3 in 16th place. Where can Wahid place the car? And across the line, shoots all the way up into 10th place, 119.7.
Ben Kemp got a massive toe from Revo as he comes across Parabolica.
Bandcamp with the dedicated toe here. How much will it improve? 3 spots. 2 spots.
I think Apollo got a bit of that as well, to be honest. It was pretty close to Bandcamp.
So Bandcamp with a 120.0, Apollo with a 120.004. So a toe indeed, but it wasn't too much. Didn't go too far. Smitty is under investigation. Ah, yes, due to the cut. Turn 1 on the outlap. So let's have a look. So Revo in first place, great drive, 118.0. Flyboy in second, T-Mac in third, Matsoid in fourth, but with a 5 grid place penalty. So that'll shoot him down all the way to 9th. Not good for the Red Bull driver. As we move down, there's T. Smitty there, currently sitting 12th, Greeny in 13th. And of course, Seb and Mick out with no time recorded. They'll have to start at the back. These are some close times. From 2nd to 16th, everybody is within a second.
Oh,
that's what you want to see.
This is going to be a phenomenal race. I'm so excited for this.
It should be good. It should be a good one. Mons has always given us good content. So. If you've just tuned in with us, welcome. We're just about to kick off our Tier 1 race.
Nice clear day out at Monza. as the drivers ready up.
I think we have 20 people.
Full grid.
Yeah, I think we've got a full grid. Did someone join late? Yes, Potsy joined late. Okay, sweet, full grid.
Nice.
Sweet, full grid. Okay, so of course, every race starts with the old and wonderful formation lap. Final chance for these guys to get hit in those tyres and brakes, because the last thing you want is to go turn one with cold tyres. Chances are you'll probably end up doing the Hulkenberg strap. So 20 cars on the grid. The majority, so everyone in the top 10, of course, qualifying on the soft, so they'll start soft. But everyone underneath starting on the medium, except the three at the back. They're starting on the soft. That'd be Seb, Mikau, and Potsy. So they're looking to do an early speed strat, whereas the rest of the guys are looking for the longest stint. So it'll be interesting to see how that all comes together. 27 laps here, of course, 50% race. And as far as the weatherman tells me, it will be dry, so no weather to contend with. It's going to be all speed here at the temple.
That's what you want for Monza.
Yes, indeed, that's exactly what you want for Monza. And of course, like discussed earlier, this is a track where DRS trains run high, so expect to see long queues as we come around the Parabolica lap after lap. So everyone's now filing up. Revo just coming onto the grid now. Flyboy there starting in second. Great start for T-Mac in third. Hopefully he'll be able to get away clean. Some of these guys really quick in qualifying, but then they just get betrayed when it comes to the starts. Just waiting for the guys at the back. Sometimes these camera angles are horrendous. Alright, we'll start on here. Just got to wait for those lights to count down, and then we can kick this off. Hear the engines run high. There they go. Everyone's away. That's the start of round 14 in Monza. Looks like Revo gets a great start. T-Mac not so much. Dropped down 3 positions already. Now we all come down. There's already an end plate gone. But I don't see any major offs. So far, so good. We do have a sector 1 yellow flag. Major Pain gets pinged for corner cutting. Can't quite get the car turned round. That's going to hurt. But nobody's off the track. So that's a tick in my book.
Absolutely. Good start.
Sector 2 yellow flag. Oh, there's a massive accident. Mikau's off. No, sorry. Mikau's made it through. It was one of the racing points.
T-Mac had an off. He lost a bit of his front wing as well.
Yes. Right, there he is down in 20th. And, of course, with all of that carnage, a virtual safety car has been called. Not a big surprise. But an unwelcome one. Monza, you want to see people full throttle. You don't really want to see them bunched up. But anyway, we'll take it as it comes. Joe_IT, is this a recorded race? No, sir, it is live. Yes, we do this every Sunday. Tier 1 and then Tier 2. Thank you for tuning in, by the way.
We appreciate it.
Alright, so that's one of the Williams coming into the pits. That's Jacob Meister.
Oh no, if T-Mac follows him, they're going to stack.
Oh, hey, here's a question. Let's have a look. Let's jump back down.
Gonna suck. I was in this exact same position a couple of weeks ago.
T-Mac is coming into the pits. Will Jacob Meister get out before? Oh, it's going to be millimeter perfect. Oh, he does get held up, though. Ah, that's going to suck. That's going to suck. That is unfortunate. He does get held up. Not by much. But it's enough. Any info on the league and races? Yeah, I can give you a quick snapshot. So we are AFR. We race here in the Oceanic region, Australia and New Zealand. We have a variety of drivers. Our Tier 1 races you're watching now is sort of our best of the best. And then, of course, after this, we'll broadcast Tier 2, which are more of the up-and-comers. Do 50% races. Try to do a full season. There's nothing really much more than that. Whoa, major pain. Woo! Takes a wide line. As Revo sets the fastest time. Flyboy's going to take advantage of that. They're going to be drag racing here down to turn 1. Flyboy's got the inside line. And whoa, here we go. All right. Might be a little bit of a fight. No, Flyboy will take this. No problem. Major Pain pulls safe
Major Pain's missing some of his front wing there.
Yeah, it would have happened turn 1, which is why he went off. Went off at and got himself a 5-second penalty for doing so.
All the way from Texas. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, dude.
Poor T-Mac, P3 to P20. Yeah. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Lotus picking up a 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings. Here we are, lap 3, so of course that means DRS is enabled. As you can see, Matsoy does not have it, but Wahid certainly does as they make their way down to the Ascara chicane. You're not going to make the move on the inside, but if you can set yourself up nicely, you get a great slingshot as you make your way up to the parabolic. So let's have a look. Decides not to run high ERS. Wahid playing a little bit conservatively as we have a Sector 3 yellow flag. Don't see any offs. Well, Bandcamp has dropped 3 positions though.
Who has moved the most? I dare say Potsy is up in the 13th place from starting last.
Here we go, the beginning of the trains. Wahid will pull out to the right. Break on the inside line from Matzoid. He'll take that. Have a look at Shrimp and Smitty both side by side. Smitty trying to take the outside. Oh, they're holding on, but the Alfa Romeo makes the break. No, Smitty will get it. As they come out of the second turn. With Greeny close behind. Great job from the Toro Rosso, but it's still not over. Shrimp hard on the brakes as they come into the first chicane. Oh, second chicane, sorry. The Alfa takes the place. And all the while, Greeny in the Ferrari, Mikau in the Haas. He's made his way from the back of the grid. Started pretty much at the back. Now 10th. And he'll be following. So here you go. The wings smack open. Oh, look at the speed difference. Mikau is gone. Sets it into overtake. Uses all the ERS. Takes his first victim. So Greeny will fall behind. Now Mikau will be looking to do the same to Smitty and Shrimp as they move their way down forward. Smitty a bit of a rocky exit there. Mikau says, I'll take that. Goes to the right. He'll be now on the inside of the Parabolica. So 2 positions already. Just a testament to show you how quick Mikau actually is.
Yes, no, Ali, you're right. Mikau is absolutely smashing it.
Now he'll probably catch Shrimp. Oh, Shrimp starting to move on the inside line. How's this going to work? Well, oh, gets a little bit sideways though. Mikau's going to have better exit speed. He's looking to get him on the outside, but he's got to be careful. You don't want to dip the tyres into the grass. But he holds the middle line. Oh, they're dancing. They come down into the second chicane. You can just see the Alfa in the rear view. And there it is. Mikau wins out that battle up into 7th place. All the way from 10th in 1 lap.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Mikau, definitely one of the faster drivers here. Trying to keep on top of all of these gaps, but there's so many that are close.
Greeny's getting close to Smitty.
Geordie, 3-second time penalty. Not a great day for these Alphas. Here we go.
Geordie should have Smitty on the straight here.
Oh man, that Ferrari has so much pace. Greeny is just screaming past that Toro Rosso. But he might not have the line. Greeny decides to pull out. Realised he didn't have the line coming into turn 1. He had the speed, apparently not the brakes. So he'll slot in, play the safe game, and maintain 10th. As Matzoid is awfully close to the back of Major Payne, who of course has been getting a couple of cuts and penalties. I believe he still has damage. Didn't come in the pit to fix that. So he's decided to stay out. Doesn't want to take the sacrifice, but it is costing him time, especially speed. Now, of course, Major Payne won't have DRS. Matzoid will make mincemeat out of this. As the Red Bull... Whoa! Coming awfully close. But staying off each other. That is not a place you want to have an accident.
Nah.
Nobody's going to be able to stop in time. Nobody's going to be able to stop in time. So Matzoid, great move up into 5th. Let's jump back down to Greeny there in 10th, who might use the extra speed to try and catch Smitty this lap. Couldn't quite make it work last time. Actually, while I'm looking at that, Potsy might be making a move on the Parabolica. Yeah. Potsy and Bandcamp. Now, Potsy, of course, plagued with some internet issues last week. It's not looking too bad now. Hopefully, we'll be able to make... Whoop. I stand corrected. A little bit of rubber banding there.
As you say, though, Potsy starts teleporting.
Yeah. Secret Renault technology. This is how Renault will get. This is what Daniel Ricciardo signed up for. In secret. Jump up a couple of places. Shrimp in 9th. Greeny in 10th. Nice little train. 3 cars, all on the medium tyre, similar wear. It all comes down to driver's right foot.
From Norway. Welcome, dude.
Watching from Norway. Welcome, sir. Thank you for watching. Hopefully everything is good your way.
Mick Howe is very close to Major Payne.
Yep, he's going to overtake his teammate. No problem at all. Whoa! That was a little bit of a turn in, but...
It was nearly a problem.
That's all right. They got away with it. Bandcamp's going to do something to Lotus here. He'll go up on the inside. But doesn't have the speed to do it. He'll have him on the straight, though. No problem, even before the DRS zone. Here we go.
Oh,
not very often.
Payne's lost a bit of wing.
Again? Extra wing? Or is this the damage?
I don't know if he's still carrying the same damage.
Okay. Oh, Potsy's left the session. Okay, so NBN strikes again. Hopefully he'll be able to rejoin with less issues. Bandcamp keeping a decent gap between himself and Lotus, 0.7. So he had better speed coming out of there. However, he's got to make sure to maintain. Oh, he's actually 0.5 to Gus Rules. He might make a jump here as well. Gus is 1.5 seconds away from his teammate. We're on lap 8. And this is Monza. Those tyres could not be feeling great right now. Renault is targeting the bright red Ferrari. I was about to say bright red horse. Technically that's accurate. But it's not accurate because the horse in the Ferrari badge is red.
That, as you just said about the tyres, 8 lap old soft tyres at Monza. These guys are going to be looking at pitting very, very soon.
Wow, he just went in there and didn't read the giant sign that says 80 kilometers an hour. So he just got pinged with a 5-second pit lane penalty.
Yeah, Fresh Revo is pretty quick. I don't know if you're at the start of the race when I said it, but he currently holds the 7th place in time trial in the world for Monza.
Ali there in the chase, qualified for esports pro draft. He has. He did. He qualified for that earlier this year. He was supposed to fly out for the pro draft. However, of course, coronavirus decided to say no to everything. So it's unfortunate for him, but he's been keeping his talons sharp by racing here at AFR. Having said that, he then goes and makes a 15-second lead 9 laps into the race. So. Is that Seb Vettel in 17th place? I'm assuming 15th. And yeah, let's say it is. Seb Vettel. They share a name. He's in the Red Bull. Maybe it's a flashback to the better years.
He's definitely not having good years at the moment.
No, God no. And from what I hear, he refused a re-sign with Ferrari. First draft not good enough. And I can only imagine Ferrari was just like, getting a bit old, Seb. Charles Leclerc, not so old. Might want him to be first driver.
Nick's been a slap in the face if he was only offered a 1-year contract and they gave Charles a 3-year contract.
Definitely not in a great boat. Vettel has the ability to win, but Mercedes is too strong. Like, they have the better car. Lewis Hamilton is, say what you want, he's a great driver. 6-time world champion. You know, luck, that's not luck. That's skill. So for him, he's probably just looking at it going like, you know, I don't have many years left. What am I going to do? And then you have a kid like Charles Leclerc, you know, jumps in super fresh into a Ferrari, which Ferrari usually never does. And then he just turns it on. Absolutely turns it on. If you were Vettel, you'd be freaking out too.
Greeny catching up to Shrimp. I dare say he'd take him on the main straight. And Shrimp catching up to Smitty.
And Revo both pitting. So Miko will stay out. Staying out on 10-lap soft tires. Fair enough. Geordie, 3-second time penalty. Miko, 20th to 3rd by lap 11. Yep. That's what happens when you can keep your nose clean. Oh, Smitty! Not being able to stop in time. Massive cut. Shrimp's going to get much better exit speed out of that and go straight past to the Toro Rosso. Now down to 4th place.
Formula 1 cars not very good at off-roading.
Yes and no. No, because they're very low. But Jimmy Broadbent took a McLaren through a rally stage in Scotland. Sim, of course. And obviously, Jimmy Broadbent is, you know, Lord and Saviour of sim racing. So if he can do it, I reckon he can probably do it in real life. Disinformation, it won't happen, but put Hamilton in the Williams and make him work for it. He's good, yes, but there's still something to be said about the Merc being leagues above the rest of the cars. I'll give you half points, because if that were the case, they would have won every race. Yes, their car is leagues ahead, but there is a person in the car controlling it. You don't get it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. They definitely do have the better car, but you don't win 6 world championships just because of the car. Like, it helps, but it's not the full reason. Why am I talking? Holy crap, there's almost 3 wide going into turn 1. Oh, there's contact there as well. Smitty hitting the back of Greeny there. Actually, it might have been Shrimp. Greeny was on the inside. That was probably the Alpha. As Bandcamp now tries to come through here. Nick says, can I participate in some race? Where are you located, sir? Are you in the Oceanic region? If so, you are more than welcome to jump into our Discord server and chat about it. Put me in a Merc, I guarantee you won't get a champion. Well, you're just proving my point, so thank you. But, oh, all right. Both that Toro Rosso and the Renault have DRS, but one of them's got that boost juice. He goes out a little bit wide on the Ascari chicane. Bandcamp's going to take all the time in the world. Straight past, nothing he can do about it. Move up into 4th place. Those greenies.
Smitty can retake him here.
Possibly. Band won't have DRS on the main straight. But here comes Greeny. Now, will he be able to catch him before turn 1? 345-ish kilometers an hour. Let's have a look. No. be able to do it. It's a safe game. European. So unfortunately, because of the latency, we only really do the Oceanic region. So it's, I mean, take a look. Look at 17th place. Potsy lives in Australia, but his ping is so high that, yeah, it absolutely ruins his race. And of course, yeah, Australian internet is. Let's not talk about it. We're one of those countries where our leadership thinks that copper is the greatest form of, or greatest medium of data transfer ever invented.
Slightly better than carrier pigeons.
Actually, fun fact, there was a ISP in Africa that said that they could transfer a gigabyte of data quicker than a pigeon could carry a gigabyte of data from city to city, and that was false. The pigeon was faster.
There you go, proving my point.
So unless we can come up with some system to have a fleet of carrier pigeons transferring data so we can race F1, which would look amazing, but not necessarily super healthy. Okay, so lap 14 at 27, Ban looks to cut the inside line off from Smitty. Smitty deciding to go the long way around, but can he slow down? Not enough. Does manage to avoid those danger curbs. Ooh, there's Apollo. Goes to there on the side. Joe underscore T. Wasn't there a big fibre hub built in Australia a few years ago? No. Basically what happened was we have, kind of like America, we have two sides of government. Labor and Liberal. The Labor government was like, hey, we should have world-class internet. And everyone was like, yeah, we should. And then they came up with a plan. It was a pretty good plan. It was going to be sick. They then got voted out. The Liberals got voted in. And then the Liberals were like, this plan is going to cost too much money. Let's just use what we already have. So now we have subpar internet. It ended up costing more than what their Labor was going to spend. And all they can say is, yay, Liberals. So no. We have shitty internet. Or I just dropped out.
I did too.
Case in point! Perfect example. Okay, well, hopefully I can jump back in.
Can we just blame some politicians?
Combat. Haha, right on cue. Yeah. Yeah, right on cue. Alright, I will try and get this back, but
I hope the race itself didn't end.
I was being recruited to come work there. Guess it's good I didn't take it. Depends how you want. You want to look at it. So in terms of internet, no. But it's Australia's a nice country to live in. It just depends what your priorities are. Then again, you live in Texas, which is like freedom capital of the world. So we want races. The game is dead. I wonder if everyone's actually. Do you want to just
go and
drop
check
down and see if it's still going or if it's just dead for everyone?
Yep, 1 sec.
Let's see if I can get this restarted. Let's have some music, I guess, while we wait.
Okay, they're still racing.
Okay, cool. So hopefully we should be able to just join straight in.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We'd like to think we have some form of control still, making our constant binary choices and voicing our equally shallow opinions more loudly or quietly. Most people can't even decide what color to wear or which burger to eat.
I might have to force close my game.
Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion.
Alright guys, we are back. So hopefully we haven't missed too much. Lap 17 and 27, 10 laps to go.
Disinformation there, yeah. We had quite a good battle in our practice race today.
Wow, what is Apollo doing? I think every time I've seen him with a, can we get an on board with Apollo? Yeah. Apollo was straight rival. What? I would kill for like David Attenborough commentary right now. On board with Apollo.
I wish I could see what's going on. I'm joining now. I want to see what's going on here.
Oh, jeez! And he's out. He's out of the race.
Ah, I missed it.
Let me just replay cap that. And just go back.
That sounded fascinating.
So, let's try and pinpoint the exact moment where Apollo's given up on absolutely everything. Here he goes, trying to turn around, sees all the cars. I'll make it across. And then he's just like, alright, I'll just wait one more. And he thinks, racing's overrated. Bang. Okay, interesting DNF, but a DNF nonetheless.
Maybe something broke.
Possibly. Alright, well it is lap 18 of 27, and Revo is now 26.6 seconds ahead.
My telemetry hasn't updated yet, so it's telling me why he's close to him.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. So, okay, issues behind and Apollo's weird display. We'll move forward. Mick out, trying to chase down Apollo's teammate. And the big Panther flyboy there is doing actually a really good job, still sitting in third, trying to chase down Wahid there in the Mercedes. Oh, Ascari.
Major Payne just had a bit of an off, but he recovered quite well.
Seb picking up a 3-second time penalty at the back. Apollo fed up with the race. Oh, fair enough. Okay, so he just wanted to take himself out. That's all right. And flyboy catch Wahid by the end of turn one. Oh, he's going to go look on the inside. No. No, because he's sensible. So, why would he do such a reckless thing?
It's Midi overtaking Major Payne at Parabolica. Oh, Major Payne takes the position back.
Looks like Shrimp and Greeny are trading places as well.
3 wide into turn 1.
You can see them at the back there. So make their way through. Smitty wins out on that one. Major Payne goes down. Lotus now 12th. That lead gap, though, he could have a cup of tea. Yeah. So, again, Revo's just such a strong driver that this is what he does. He gets himself into a groove, and then once he's in that groove, it's good luck catching him. There's a standing bet that if any driver in Tier 1 can successfully, legitimately beat him in qualifying, I will PayPal them $50. Oh, as Potty has retired from the session, so that's a crash out. That's there in Sector 2.
Is that a virtual safety car, or...?
Yep, that's a VSC.
VSC, yeah.
Okay, so of course everyone having to travel under the Delta. So that's 2 DNFs now. 18 drivers left. That's why he takes the opportunity to pit. You can jump up here. It's a virtual safety car. Gus looks to take this outside line, but of course you cannot overtake. You have to be careful there. Oh! He's so lucky he ghosted. Alfa Romeo almost ending up with a brand new rear front wing. If that makes sense to anyone. And as soon as the restart happens, Ferrari takes no time at all, shooting straight past. But can he win the inside of the second chicane? Yes, he does. Great job there, up into 9th. Geordie falls down into 10th. Lotus and Smitty close behind. So that'll be something to watch as we jump up to Gus's teammate, who's trying to catch down the other Alpha. Supplier versus customer.
Interesting choice by Geordie and Nat to go on the hard tyre this deep into the race.
As they come through final corner here, lap 21. He's in a really good position as soon as that DRS hits. Team Mac 3-second time penalty. So watching that timing there. Greeny should make the jump. On Shrimp, no, decides to pull back. Smitty elongating the braking. That's allowed him to catch up. Geordie is much slower, of course, on the harder compound. Lotus looking for a way to get around. And Smitty will be watching for any mistakes. He can pounce on them. 6 laps to go in this race. Lotus to try and take the inside line. Geordie having to cut. That's definitely going to be a warning, but no penalty given, so might have just got away with that. I do believe Geordie has other penalties, though.
He definitely does.
Greeny does make the overtake on Shrimp now through the DRS section. Look at how close these guys are. Lotus decides to try and attack at the Ascari chicane. Woo! Avoids an incident though, and they all fall together. We have a Sector 2 yellow flag. That's one of the Williams cars in the wall. And it's T-Mac. Oh, 3-1 coming into Parabolica. There's contact. And Geordie spun. And Geordie immediately leaves the session. I wouldn't be too happy about it anyway, but here, Lotus and Smitty, they're still going at it. Smitty with the faster car. And now it comes down to the braking zone. They're forcing each other. Lotus will make it through. God, unfortunate there for the Alfa Romeo. He gets knocked out of the party. The Shrimp retakes the position on Greeny, so Greeny and Shrimp decide to play a game of leapfrog up in 6th place. Oh, you can see Gus. Really bad exit coming out of that. Lotus is now in attack range. So is Smitty. And they're also on the slower tyre. Let's have a look here. Lotus going on the inside of the second Lesmos. There's contact with the wheel, but no damage. They're all in the DRS zone, so Lotus is going to have a jump on Gus. Smitty's going to try and use all of the tow as well. We'll watch it from this perspective. Lotus will make it around through Ascari. He jumps up into 9th. Gus falls into 10th. Now it's Smitty's chance. Gets a much better exit. Gus has no choice. Oh, he's trying to shut the door as much as he can. But Smitty isn't phased as they move through Parabolica. They'll have the outside line. Is it enough? Gus decides to come in and cut it. Now, Gus will have DRS, but judging by those tyres, I don't think it's going to be fast enough. You can see the Mercedes desperately weaving, trying to break that tow line. Gus is looking for the attack. It's down onto turn 1, hard on the brakes. They come together, but there's no damage. Oh, the wheels are going to touch. Forces him out. And Smitty, through all the carnage, jumps as well. So Gus loses 2 places.
Wow, that was amazing. I don't know where to look. Everyone's just so close all over the track.
Through all of that, Wahid's managed to catch up. His teammate, 2 positions ahead. So keep your eye on this one. Here we go. Coming into the back straight. Of course, DRS activated. And Seb is closing in on these guys as well. 340 kilometers an hour into Ascari. Gus locks up massively. Goes straight off the track. He can't do anything about it. Seb, what a bad rejoin! And that's put Seb in the wall. Oh, that's heavy.
No.
That is so heavy. Oh my God.
Check his mirrors.
Is this a repeat of what happened last year at Monza? Gus Rules going straight off the track. Let's have a look here.
Seb's limping that car home. Oh, it's so much damage.
So you can see them coming down the straight now. Jumping on board from Wahid's perspective. So he's lining up looking for that. Gus Rules manages to lock up, goes straight off. Has to try and rejoin. Seb catching up all the way through, and Gus Rules just... Oh, and that's put him bang right into the wall. And that's wing, that's end plate. Oh, that's terrible. That's the stewards are going to have a field day with that. There's definitely going to be a report for that. That's put Seb completely out of the race, down all the way into 15th. It's unfortunate to see, but there's contact again. Oh, Wahid made the overtake on Smitty, but couldn't quite get the clear. And Smitty's managed to just tap that back. And it's caused a spin.
Smitty's lost.
Oh, now,
wing
this
well.
is sportsmanship. Smitty slowed all the way down to make sure Wahid could catch up. So that's very nice there from the Toro Rosso driver. Excellent sportsmanship there. Obviously, it's an accident, but the thought's nice nonetheless.
When you're racing this closely, things like that are nearly guaranteed to happen.
Oh, and Smitty's retired from the session, so he must have had pretty serious damage to decide not to continue. That is 3 DNFs so far.
Red Panda's comment.
You just came into the circuit like an idiot. Yeah. But you need to have that in Canadian and through a radio. But the other thing that's funny on that too is he just came onto the circuit like an idiot and then immediately does the same thing. Good job, Lance. All right, so we are on lap 26 of 27. Revo with a 34.5 second lead. That sounds ridiculous.
That's astronomical.
Very ridiculous, but it's true. It's what's happening. And anyway,
he could actually pit and come out and still be in the lead of the race.
Yep. Can't always say that. But all right, so here comes Matt Zoid. He'll overtake Combine in the McLaren.
I do agree. Mikau definitely driver of the day. P20 to P2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 19. Potts
Not as, I have to admit, not as good as Neilbot, but he's up there.
Oh, no one can ever beat Neilbot.
Nobody can beat Neilbot. Neilbot is my new favourite driver of all time. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the reference, just go back after the Team 1 and Tier 2 streams. Just jump back through the history. Watch the 2010 series in Japan. You'll see what I mean. Alright, so we are on the final lap. Revo has crossed the line to kick that off. So now, this is the final chance for these guys to make moves. Jacob Meister within 1 second here of Major Payne. We'll see if he can catch that. He'll be playing for 12th. Greeny also within 1 second contention of Bandcamp. This is how ridiculous that gap is, by the way. Mikau is turning into turn 1 now. And Revo is just about to cross the line and finish sector 2. Like, that's ridiculous.
It's absolutely insane. If this was a full-length race, I dare say Revo would probably nearly catch Mikau.
Yeah, probably. So the biggest issue for Revo when it comes to things like this is, of course, back markers, but luckily for him, it hasn't been too bad. So Revo coming around the Parabolica, and he will cross the line for the win. And that's him done, so congratulations to you. And now the rest of the race keeps going. The closest battle, you can see Major Payne in the back there, trying to catch Wahid. Greeny is losing time to Bandcamp. He's outside that 1 second margin. He's not going to get DRS. But that's probably his chance gone. Let's jump back with Major Payne as he's making his way through the second chicane. So Major Payne not having a crazy great race. Having a couple of issues, corner cuts and the like. Can't imagine what the race incident reporting channel is going to look like after this.
It's going to blow up. I might have to mute it.
Flyboy crosses the line. 0.138 difference between himself and Mikau.
Oh.
Oh, Wahid's off! Oh, and he takes... Oh, actually, Major Payne gets out fairly unscathed.
What on earth happened there?
Oh, man.
Okay, Wahid's teleporting. He's back.
Major Payne, no end plate. A little bit of trouble on the handling, but he will cross the line in 11th place. But there is time penalties. Can Jacob Meister jump him? Yes, he does. Up into 11th. Let's have a quick replay of what happened there. So here we are on board with Major Payne, making their way down back straight. And then Wahid goes to make the Ascari turn. And then as they come out on the apex, whoo, absolutely loses it. He does clip the front wing, but luckily for Major Payne, he just keeps on going. Oh, God. Okay. Geez, so much happening this race. So hard to keep track of.
Race. I didn't know where to look, dude, to be honest. I had no idea where to keep my eyes.
Oh, it's bonkers, but I mean, that's what we try and deliver, I guess. All right, so that is the race over of Revo taking the win. It's nice to see Alan Prost coming out of retirement. Mikau takes second. Great drive from him, all the way from last place to second. Flyboy, great drive as well, putting himself on third. The rest of the grid, great job from Combined. Matzo at Bandcamp up in the 6th, qualifying 15th up in the 6th, so that's really, really good from him. Greeny in 7th, Shrimp in 8th. Have a look at this. Everyone down here, penalties. Penalties, 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 penalties. Except Nut. Good job, you. You kept it clean. Unfortunate for Potsy and Apollo at the back there. But,
That was a brilliant race.
That was pretty crazy. All right, thanks, guys, for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I know we have. Stay tuned, of course. Tier 2 is just around the corner. So if you're still interested in watching some more F1, we will have you covered for that. Don't forget to see us on Facebook and Twitter for all the latest updates. And if you can go and give us a follow, that would help immensely. And again, hopefully you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed bringing it to you. I'm Kuno Zero. This is Serco, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.
See you guys.